Broadcasting from a little island in Canada called Montreal to the world, IndieRockRadio.ca.
And good evening, folks, and welcome once again to another episode of Indie Scene here on IndieRockRadio.ca. Glad to see you all aboard here tonight. Of course, it is called Indie Scene with Bling and Junior. Junior will be taking a little bit of a hiatus for a few weeks there. He's got some personal stuff to deal with. Excuse me, but we'll be returning to the show shortly when he gets a chance. So anyways, we got an amazing band here tonight from West Virginia. Sticking with us, I'll be joining us in just a little bit. But of course, this is Indie Scene, and what we do over here is we bring you the best of the independent music circuit from here and around the world. I'm your host, Bling, and we'll be playing you some videos and doing some old cool stuff or whatever. Now, if you missed the show here tonight and you want to check out the show on the station, you can. Well, if you're tuning in right now, you're not missing it. But anyways, the show does play on air on IndieRockRadio.ca on Sunday nights from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, lots of cool things coming up. Now, I wanted to start the show off here tonight with a really cool video. I'm going to be heading out tomorrow night with John Blakemore to a really cool record launch from a band that has been around here in Montreal for over 27 years, and I'm talking about none other than a group called Playhouse, and they're coming out with their brand new album, and of course they sent me off one of their cool new videos, which I'm going to play for you right now. And yeah, amazing new album, and wait, we'll be playing it for you for sure on air. They just recently signed with an indie label called RFL Records, and will be going on tour soon. I think there's talks about them going on tour with Svengali, and we'll see what happens with that. Right now, we're going to play you their video, and here it goes. It's a beautiful track called Storm here on IndieRockRadio.ca.
Your steam train, if you just laying down your tracks, you could have your aeroplane flying. If you'd bring your blue skies back, all you do is call me. I'll be anything have your big Deborah bouncing up and down all around the bend. You could have your bumper car, Mommy. This amusement never ends. But I wanna be your sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name and let me be your sledgehammer? Let this be my testimony. Show me around your fruit cage, 'cause that will be your honeybee. Open up your fruit cage. All the fruit as sweet as can be. I wanna be your sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name and let me be your sledgehammer? Put your mind to rest. I'm your sledgehammer. Let there be no doubt about it. Sledge.
There we go. I see my wonderful image, and of course the mug for radio, as always. Anyways, that was a little bit of Vinyl Hero and a remake of Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer. Really cool video. In fact, a while back when we had Kenny Lee Lewis on, he had complimented that video and said it was quite a good tribute to it. Just before that, like we said, we had Playhouse and their brand new video called The Storm. We'll be bringing you an interview from them next Thursday on Indie Scene. So stay tuned for that one. So we have a lot of people who are making comments and stuff and lining up online here. Hello to everybody who's tuned into the show. And hello to all our Sunday listeners too, because it's really weird, you got to talk to the Sunday listeners and the Thursday listeners and all that stuff all together. So hello to Sherry Wood, Teresa Carense. Hello to you too, and Woody Flint. Hello to you, and all the others who are tuned into the show here tonight. Right now, we're going to bring on our guests, and I know you're all anxiously waiting for these boys to come on in and join Indie Scene. So here we go. We're going to introduce you right now. Hello, boys.
How's it going?
Hey, not too bad. So here we go. This is two members of the Grym Sins, and I love the way you guys spell that though, the grim part or whatever, with a Y instead of a gotta be creative.
There's a whole story. Well,
we'll get there. Yes, we will. So I'm sorry I got it wrong before. It's West Virginia, right?
Yes.
That's it. And we're going to talk about that wonderful song later too of home, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. That's all around you type of thing. Oh yeah, that's it. So that's that area you come from. And of course, so a lot of country western people and people into like country music come from there. But man, here we go.
Oh yeah,
we've got the Grym Sins coming out of there. And so tell me, how did all this come together originally? How did you come up with the band? Tell me the history. Let's start from the beginning.
Well, it all started about 3 or 4 years back, I think. Mm-hmm. Me and Billy here were like in an older band, kind of like a cover band sort of deal. That band eventually split up, and we went on to kind of form a band that we called Crimson, the color. We got our bassist Daniel on board, and then another drummer. And then there was this whole period of time. We played like further south. We're like in like upper West Virginia now, but originally we were kind of like central area. We rebranded, and all that we really did was just split Crimson like into two words and just
the Grym Sins.
Yeah. And we just changed the it was spelled with a K. And we changed it to a G. Called ourselves the Grym Sins. And just kind of went from there, writing music, releasing stuff, and trying to play shows around the state. So that's kind of our like cliff notes of how we beginning.
So basically, you got tired of playing covers and stuff like that, and says, "Hey, I think we got a little bit more talent than just playing covers, and we got some. Who does the songwriting in the group and stuff? I guess it's a combination of the group and
kind of
who's the lyricist."
Yeah, it's
this man right here is entirely lyrics. No one else does that.
Sometimes I'm the entire song too. It just really depends on the mood. We usually start out. I usually have an idea. I'll hand it to the guys. Like I'll have every part written, and then I'll hand it to the guys, and they just like rip it apart and change it how they want to make it.
And then for some of our other stuff, I'll come out and I'll be like, I'll come to Lane with like a bunch of different like riffs that I put together into a very basic form of a song.
Yeah, structure.
And then I hand it to him and I'm like, write lyrics for this. And then he does. And then we bring it to the other guys.
So if anybody gets scared of what he has to say in the lyrics, he gets all the blame basically, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But yeah, that's the general
how it wraps up. Pretty much the same formation and stuff. So background wise or whatever, each one of you, you come from like tell me about what got you into this whole music thing altogether, starting off with you, Lane, and then you can tell your part.
Cool. So I started playing music just in general. I started off with guitar, like I think it was like 2015, 2016. I had like some old guitars that my dad had up in his attic or somewhere in storage, and I just kind of sat down. He taught me some chords, and then from there I just self-taught, watched YouTube videos as much as I could, and then just learning from some of the people that I was.
Sounds like you're leaving out something. Was your dad some sort of musician in his time, or
he plays? He might actually be on the here now. He might tell you.
Oh yeah.
But he knew chords. He taught me stuff like that, and kind of got me going, getting started with that sort of thing. I think kind of the same deal with Billy too. With our dads kind of teaching us.
For me, my entire life, my dad was a musician. He played guitar. We went to like open mics together. Every once in a while, he did like performances, and every once in a while, played with this group of older dudes who played like exclusively country music, called the Good Old Boys. And that's where I got my start in guitar. And then from country music.
Isn't that funny? Wait, hold on a minute. The Good Old Boys, wasn't that the Blues Brothers? And I remember when they stole the gig from this country western band, you know, Rawhide. That was the name of the band was called the Good Old Boys.
I think it was, and I think that that might have been where they got it from. But I promise you that it was not the same one. But yeah, like everyone in my family had been involved in music, so I grew up playing guitar. I learned how to play a few other instruments, country, mostly when I was a kid. And then my dad started to get me slowly into the rock and roll he listened to as a kid, like Eric Clapton and stuff like that.
Same deal with me.
And then I sort of developed my own musical tastes, getting into like 90s rock and like early 2000s stuff too.
Okay. That's it. Well, so tell me, what are some of your favorite bands that inspire you guys?
You first.
So it's honestly
I see a little bit of Stevie Ray Vaughan in your look, your image type of thing, you know. It's got that
that's honestly probably would be more Billy than me. It's like a I range from anywhere from like 70s type rock, like classic rock stuff. I shoot like Led Zeppelin. Then into like the 90s, like Soundgarden, Chris Cornell's like a huge influence on some of the stuff that I write. And then we're both pretty big fans of like modern bands today, like Rival Sons, Dirty Honey, Crowbot, like all these new guys out there are some of our top favorites. But our roots, I guess you could say, are based in sort of this mix of like classic rock and grunge. You know, so like 70s and 90s merged. I
was to say Alice in Chains is one that's absolutely huge for me. Jerry Cantrell's guitar playing is amazing. I really like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then and some more modern stuff. Recently, I've been listening to like a lot of Royal Blood, or the Black Keys, mostly like duos that have this really heavy sound.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you can see, my co-host or whatever just made a note, says I will return soon. So Junior Leclerc will be back sometime soon in the next few weeks. Like now, I'm just holding the helm as best as I can. So if anybody out there has any questions or comments whatsoever, you can leave them simply on our comments area. And so tell me, who are these people tuning in? Because these are new names that I haven't seen in a while. Sherry Wood, Teresa, and you're saying that, okay, so Woody Flint must be your dad, right?
That's his dad. That's actually some of my family. Sherry and Teresa are both my grandmothers. They're tuning in.
Okay. Well, it's always good. Let me tell you something. Grandma's tuning in is very good. Although my experience with that was not that great. I told the story a while back during St. Patrick's Day. I was literally doing music for a television station in the St. Patrick's Day parade. My grandmother was so proud that I was going to be on TV.
Oh, wow.
But I'm on this float where it's quite rickety, and there was a generator on top. And every time the generator moves, as you know, if the fuel goes off balance, it shuts down.
Oh,
so
yeah.
my whole trip down St. Catherine Street was this. Ah, and then all of a sudden I get started back up again. It's like, and they go, yay! It was like that. 70,000 people down St. Catherine Street in Montreal. And then finally, I arrived right at the camera, and that's when the generator totally went kaputzo on me, and I'm trying to get it started. But as I'm bent over, of course, I got the plumber's crack happening, and all of a sudden, that was my 15 minutes of fame. Not my face or anything. My ass was literally pointing towards the camera as I passed by. They switched off, and my grandmother goes, "Don't worry, I saw you. I recognized that butt anywhere."
Oh my god!
So, yeah, grandmas could be real sweet. It was quite the moment. So you guys have been together how long, the group and everything? About 2-3 years, you said? Or
About, yeah, me and him have been playing music for about 3 or 4 years together. The Grym Sins have been a thing since 2 years ago. I think we've been kind of playing 2 or 3 years.
And how has it been so far? I mean, you guys have released one album so far, or just a few tracks, or two singles, eh? Yeah,
maybe. But yeah, we recorded 2 single rate, honestly. Bunch of great guys. You know, I'll talk a lot of crap about them, but they're awesome. Playing with was fun. They're all talented. I like to. I always say I'm the least talented member of the band. But no, it's fun.
No. I think it's a combination of everything.
Oh,
so
sure.
where now this whole Grym Sins thing came up, like in detail or whatever. What does the name kind of like mean, or whatever? What's the meaning behind the name?
It was one of those things that was kind of, we gave the meaning to it after we made it. So of course originally it came from just the split of Crimson, and then we just
Crimson, and then okay, so it's a play on words basically. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys get all the time, oh, you guys are sinners or something. No,
no.
Sins. Yes. Okay.
For us, it's
audio's a little bit slow, so like sometimes you come in and come out or whatever. So gotcha. Forgive us, folks, for the audio, any sort of technical issues. The internet is a little slow. It's raining here in Montreal, so usually whenever you get rain and internet mixed up, I don't know why, but you always get the slow internet groove going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so now these 2 tracks, how have they taken with the fans and stuff? If people
initial like it seems to be pretty well enjoyed. Both Miss Sunshine and Turn Me to Stone, since we signed with Soda, Sam, he's really helped us out in getting it out to a bunch of people, and a lot of people seem to like it. You know, sharing it, saving it, whatever. Our first kind of tell as to like how well people liked our music was our first show at this venue called 123 Pleasant Street in our hometown, and we played it, and everybody was like vibing with it, and it looked like they were singing the words. So I decided that I was going to stop doing my job, and I just told them to sing it, and I just backed away, and they started doing it. So that was kind of like our first tell that. You know,
getting the crowd involved, singing the chorus and everything.
I was gonna say that's our first. That was our kind of tell that people seem to like it, and we hope that more people can enjoy it. But yeah, it's been pretty nice with over the past year. I think we're coming up on a year since our single release.
Now, I spoke about this before on the show. You wouldn't notice because, of course, it's the first time tuning into us, but I spoke about this, that it's a big different changeover, because as I told you, the show's been running for about 35 years, but I have noticed that the whole process of albums now is becoming a passe thing. as vinyl became CDs and so on, and then MP3s. And so the new wave now is basically releasing singles to promote your band and stuff like that. Now, earlier we were talking about Sam, just to let the audience know, Sam O'Day is former lead singer of a band called Special Ops, and who has decided to go into the record label management industry. And you guys work along with Sam, and of course, one of our other artists here, River Brooks, is also managed with Sam also. So amazing guy, man, you got on your back there. He raved about you guys. He said to me, Bling, you got to put him on. Trust me, he's gonna blow you away. Guy's really quiet. He's a really nice guy or whatever, but he says wait until he hits the microphone. He says he's gonna blow you away. It's not at all his character or whatever. And I says, well, it is what it is. So let's see what these guys got. So okay, so what is your plans or whatever? You guys are doing any sort of touring and stuff coming up, or the whole COVID thing loosening up now? Everybody's out there, and they're out there.
Oh yeah.
So what are you guys doing?
We have quite some big plans for the summer. I guess I'll mention it now.
Very grandiose plans.
So we're starting tomorrow. Actually, in the process of recording our debut EP.
Okay.
And as a result of that, we're also booking a release tour to try and promote it. I hate use business terms, but share it. We're kind of planning to go, sometime July. I don't want to give like a whole lot. I don't and do want to give a whole lot of details about like the EP. But I'll say now that we're kind of starting tomorrow. Recording is in process.
Now, is this because during the whole COVID pandemic or whatever, these guys find a lot of creativity came out in these guys? The fact that you weren't able to go out and do shows and things like that, did it bring out the artistic side of you? Or?
It did.
Kind of actually. I mean, that's a really good point. I think that's the most amount of songwriting we've done in a time frame,
One big thing that I can think of though is we had a lot of songs that we had written over COVID, and then we just kept working on them, and finally when we could get out there and play again, it was just so refreshing, and it made us want to write even more songs. So now we have like a little bit of a backlog too, and it's just like, ugh. Yeah.
Now we get to.
So in other words, you got two albums written. But you got to release one, right? So
we can't make the second announcement yet.
No, that's fine. That's fine, man. But when you do, you know where to come, right?
Oh, for sure.
Indie scene is the place.
We're very excited for it.
Excellent. So, we got a few people tuned in there, and I was wondering if you guys had an acoustic guitar close by.
I guess so.
You guys,
no,
you don't.
No,
I know, eh? No, it'd be nice to see you guys do a little performing here and let the audience know what you guys do, of course, because you guys, I guess, throughout that creative process, hopefully you're going to get some music videos like you were seeing earlier or whatever.
That too.
It'd be nice to see you guys do some stuff, even if it's just a live show or whatever. It would be great, They definitely play it up on the show here. For sure. So tell me, you guys are going to play a little track for us here? And is there a way, I don't know, for some reason.
The camera here.
We got to get the camera just right. Get it, maybe back it up a little bit, or
here. This requires some setup.
Oh yeah. You're in a tight room. What is this, like a bachelor apartment or? Basically, I remember those days, boys. Okay, so tell me which track these guys gonna play for us here today.
Well, you wanna hear something released or something new?
I don't know. Let's ask the audience. The first person to comment on this and tell us, do you want to hear something old or something new? let us know. And let's see. So far, nobody's jumping in. You've got exactly 2 minutes. Oh, there we go. Everybody, Denny Cutright. Denny Cutright, which
That's
is,
my
I guess,
dad.
your brother, your dad. Okay, he wants to hear new. And Woody Flint wants to hear new. And Hollywood wants to hear new. So I guess it is quite obvious that we're getting something new. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever here on Indie Scene, and won't be the last because, you guys are going to be part of the family now. You're going to be popping in and out here and letting us know about how wild things are going. Some of the wild backstage stuff going, hey, Bling, man, you wouldn't believe I just met Mick Jagger. So it's going to be, So here we go. Tell us about the song.
All right. So the two, our dads saying new, should know this song. This is my dad's favorite one, at least. But this is actually the single that we're starting to record tomorrow. This will probably be the first single off the EP. The song's called Golden Headstone.
Okay. And before you start there, I just want to let people know that, look, we're not perfectly set up audio-wise, so don't start critiquing us on any sort of like sound issues or whatever. This is just off the cuff, and it's live, and it's here on Indie Scene. So take it away, boys.
Got his golden watch and his three-piece suit and his silver spoon in his hand. Driving down the road again, he's a busy businessman. He was speeding going way too fast when the sun blinds his eyes. He wants to soar amongst the stars, well then he better learn to fly. Crash his Cadillac down Devil Street. May he rest his soul 6 feet deep. All rise of fortune, all I cut down like trees. Even with a golden headstone, where would you still be? Born like a loaded gun and greed like a knife. Saved all of his dollar bills, but they couldn't save his life. Gone from his life and never from my heart, and a few of the white liar. She said he was a real good man, but his wife says otherwise. Crash his Cadillac down Devil Street. May he rest his soul 6 feet deep. All rise of fortune, all I cut down like trees. Even with a golden headstone, where would you still be? Even with a golden headstone, where would you still be?
There we go, folks. The Grym Sins. Wow. That's impressive. I could tell you something. There's something about music that comes out of Atlanta, Georgia, state of Georgia, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. There's just something about the sound. It just takes you right down into the deep woods and it gets real nasty and dirty. And that song was giving me that feeling. I was thinking like, wow, this is like Copperhead Road raunchy type of thing. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So tell me where this song that you just sang or whatever, what's the song about, or what inspired you to write this?
This song it's kind of this sort of storytelling of this guy, sort of rich snob kind of guy, thinks he's on top of the world and all that sort of stuff, and morbid as it may be, is in a fatal car crash. So the general idea, the general story, what the song's about is just no matter how much money you have or how important you might think you are, we're all going to be in the same place at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Like even with a golden headstone,
where we still be? Doesn't matter if it's golden, coppered, stone.
We all live, we all die. That's it.
Right.
For sure. That's it. So make the best of what you got, right, while you have it.
For sure.
For sure. Cool. Now, have you found that the newer stuff or whatever is kind of taking a full different direction compared to what you started off with? Or, of course, everything evolves, right? But
I think the most it's changed, honestly, is just kind of what we add to the song in terms of sound. I mean, I think we keep the same vibe almost in all of our songs. It's not.
I have to say, every once in a while we joke about how some of our songs have like a different vibe. So some of our songs are Grym songs and some of them are Sin songs.
Yeah. So like, you get like Miss Sunshine or like some of our groovier, like About the Ladies type songs. That's our Sin songs. And then you get like Golden Headstone or Turn Me to Stone, which are our Grym songs, But overall, it's just evolution in ideas, like what we want to add to what we write, pretty much.
Okay, excellent. Well, what type of direction do you guys see yourself going in, musically or whatever, within the next while?
Hopefully a good one. That's a good question. I hope that we get to show as many people as possible the kind of stuff that we enjoy writing and playing. We're still going to try and keep that same mix of groovy and like hard rock, like heavier stuff. We don't plan right now. We're not changing anything anytime soon. I think it's just opening up from here.
If it works, they have the old Irish saying, if it ain't broken, don't fuck with it, right?
I mean, that's true. that is
pretty true, man.
That's the idea.
So all right. So we got a chance to hear something new. You guys want to pop off one from the old or what?
We more than down for that.
Fan favorites, because I'm sure everybody out there would agree they love to watch you perform. Because we got Leela, who just jumped on board. Leela Flint, who's I guess related somehow to Woody Flint.
Who's that?
It's my aunt.
That's your aunt.
No, it's the aunt. Okay, and of course you got a little bit of praise from Crystal.
That's my mother.
She loved woohoo. She gave it a woohoo. That's it. Isn't it so cool that like parents come in and are like so computer adapt or whatever, and it's like
number one
when it comes to texting and so on, and that's it. Hold on a minute. Somebody just made this. What does this mean, Teresa?
Oh, we haven't played that song in forever. That's one of our older tunes that we've written. Written.
And somebody else. Somebody put Sadie. Some put Sophie. Safi.
We haven't played that one in a long time.
Yeah, well, you're getting requests for it right now from Haiti also. Haiti Cutright. Okay. I feel like I'm on Bonanza right now with all these Cutrights. Oh, Cartwright. Got it wrong. So, okay, I guess Sadie is track that is being hit by popular demand here. And tell me a little bit about Sadie. Is this somebody you dated or something once, or who's this person in your life, or it's just a made-up character?
This is a whole made-up character. Like I don't know a Sadie. But yeah, I was gonna say I don't even know a Sadie. I was kind of strumming through the chords, like the chord progression, and I was kind of. So the start of the song is kind of just, and so like I just started saying Sadie over that for no reason. So yeah, nobody I know.
Well, there you go. Well, if there's a Sadie out there, this one's going out to you, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go again. Grym Sins here live on Indie Scene.
It's been a while. Let's try this one. What is wrong? Has your heartache gone too long? You didn't need a thought, you didn't need a prayer. All you needed was for someone to be right there. Sadie, now you're gone. Oh, and I can't keep moving on. Trying to find a way to say goodbye. My best friend, and I wonder why he doesn't know at all how it hurt you so. I couldn't say it, and so I wrote. Sadie, does he know of the pain that made you go? How every breath you take got harder each day because of him. And now I have to say, Sadie, don't worry, we were there for the eulogy.
now I've seen you at your happiest.
Wow.
There we go, man. We got another compliment from Woody Flint. Awesome song, man. There we go. Excellent, ladies and gentlemen. The Grym Sins once again. That was a cool song. Now, if I had known that Sadie was gone, I would not have dedicated it to her. But maybe she is out there somewhere. And we will. Maybe she'll hear the song and come back. Who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows? Because you did say she was gone. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I was almost a tearjerker there. I got emotional there for a minute. Sadie, now you're gone. Yeah. I'll be singing that the next few days now. Thank you very much for putting an earworm inside my ear. That's it. So. Thank you, ladies, for requesting that. It's a pleasure having you all in the show over here, and you can, always come back and tune in and stuff because, of course, we're going to be playing your music on the station quite often there. Sam has brokered that deal because, got to get airplay. No, you got a good guy under your belt there because whatever Sam, me and Sam go back to the days and whatever he sends me, I trust 100%. And you know what? I think these guys are going to rise, and you're going to rise pretty quick, man. These guys got some great talent, some great songwriting capabilities there. And, the whole image thing or whatever's happening. I can't wait to see what phase 2 of his image is going to be. Because right now the hair thing or whatever, it's happening. Well, what do you call this? Because Bieber has his cuff, he's got his thing or whatever. What do you call yours? It's got like a name, this style, or
not really? It's just how it kind of grows.
The Billy Bob.
Nah.
Kind of like you listen. I'll help you out. We'll call it the fuck it. Okay, because it's just like boom, it's there. I don't have to do nothing in the morning. It's happening. Just go get it trimmed around the sides and stuff once in a while.
Yeah,
that's it. I'm done with it. You're one of those people who has natural curly hair and just is fed up and doesn't want to have to deal with the cut. So it's a cool image, man. Like I said, was the first time I saw your webpage and everything, I was thinking, okay, this guy's got some of that edge. You had that edge guitarist thing happening, where the little mystery, you stand in your corner and you do your thing. That's it. It's incredible. Great music so far here tonight, guys. So it's time for us to start promoting stuff or whatever. So we got the album coming up.
Yep.
And when do you have a release date for when that is going to be, or are you just starting to go into the studio now and we'll be coming out with the EP in a couple of months?
So the EP has a set release date for July 8th.
Okay.
That is if recording, mixing, mastering, all that stuff goes smoothly, which I imagine it will. But July 8th is the current set release date for our debut EP, self-titled.
Okay. And now tell me something. Do you have any fancy producers coming in on this that we should know about, or is it just basically you're producing the whole thing yourself still?
We're producing it.
Producing the whole thing ourselves.
We recording wise, we have a guy local here. His name's Ross Justice. He's going to be recording us and getting all that put together for us.
And he's probably going to be doing a little bit of producing while we're recording everything, just giving his input on some stuff.
So Ross Justice, that's the big name I'm going to put out.
Ross Justice. Well, if you want to plug him, no problem. If the guy's doing this for a living or whatever, let's plug away. And so of course this is the go-to guy over there in West Virginia.
Yeah. That's where we're going to.
Let's say there's.
Do you work with other artists, type of thing, or is it just like one of your buddies? Is he worked with other artists, type of thing?
He actually works. So we're both college students. He's
Oh,
also a
okay.
college
So
student.
basically,
Um,
okay.
he also works with the student-run label that we have
Mhm.
here. So he
Okay.
records a bunch of label signed artists.
Okay.
And what I've heard from some of his mixing jobs,
Hmm.
dude's pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's he's got the ear, right? That's
Oh
good.
yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to finding out what the record's going to sound like, and of course, once it's released, Sam's going to have to send it off to me, email it off to me, and so on. I'm going to have. We're going to get back right into it. I just got to do a little promo myself here first. This is the time in the show or whatever where I do mention to anybody who's tuned in that if you want to submit your music to the station, or if you want to end up on a show like Grym Sins is over here, getting into a little bit tight. But hey, send us your music at indierockradio.ca. And what I want you to do is send it to us on MP3. No third-party accounts such as Spotify or what they call that, GarageBand or whatever it is. Send the music directly to us on MP3, and we'll review it, and we'll get back to you. And then you might be featured here on Indie Scene, and then in our playlist on the station for sure. But please do not send it to any other email other than music at indierockradio.ca. Anything that's sent to admin or any other email address will be refused and flushed. Sorry to say it, but it's right up there on the website. And I keep saying this all the time. If you go to the contact us part of our website, it's all written for you in white and black over there. So it's as simple as that. And of course, the Grym Sins are, they're in here, so you can jump on stage along with all the great acts like this. So the album release. Now, what's up next for you guys after planning on doing a little bit of touring, like around the States, coming up to Canada sometime soon, or what?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to Canada. I love it up there.
I've been to Canada whenever I was 2 years
where,
old, and I haven't been there since then. But I would love to go there.
Where'd you go?
We went up, visited.
When you were 2 years old. I was up there just a few years ago. I went to Toronto on a band trip. Really nice place.
I feel bad for you. As you know, Montreal and Toronto, there's a major rivalry going on hockey-wise or whatever. It's like you ever see the Canadians play against the Maple Leafs or whatever. There's some major shit going on there. Gotcha. So, we always make fun of Toronto because they can have probably about 5 centimeters of snow and they call in the military. Whereas here we kick a boot, so it's all good. So in yourself, you were wearing, you can't remember? You were too young to remember.
I was 2 years old.
Okay.
I'm sure my mother could give a story.
Oh yeah.
But
so just tell us, Mom, type it on the comment sheet. I would like to know where he's been in Canada, or is he like on South Park? Is he like Kyle's brother type of thing that was originally Canadian and you brought him to the States, or what? Hey, yeah. Well, it's about time we let you know you were adopted, and you were in some little tiny igloo up in Canada.
Whatever.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, okay. So continue. Tell me where you guys you plan on doing after the album's released.
So we
look forward to in 2022 with you guys. We want to see some action, man.
Oh, we want to be out for sure. We want to be out there playing. We're planning a release party the day of release, and then from there we're kind of doing like it's a shorter tour, sort of this 2 weeks around the eastern area of the United States, hoping to hit the East Coast a little bit. Over I think it's like July 8th through the 22nd or 23rd, I think is what we're planning through. Just to kind of get out there, we were kind of talking about COVID and being cooped up, and so we've only been songwriting over COVID. Now we kind of want to go and show the world what we're made of, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But we're really excited.
Now you've played around, I guess, several places all over the states. What's one of your favorite places you've played?
So this is actually going to be like our first like main branch out of our home
Hmm.
state.
Okay, which
We're
is good.
kind of we're moving out. Some of
Hmm.
our favorite places. Um,
Hmm.
Uh, love this one place that we went to called 123, but we
Hmm.
recently played at the Metropolitan Theater in Morgantown,
yeah,
Okay.
Virginia.
Hmm.
Amazing place. Probably
Loved
my
it.
favorite show so far. We played with another band that was amazing
Yeah.
and a
Mhm.
bunch of other amazing artists that worked at the school. Super
Mhm.
fun.
Oh yeah. It was our first introduction to a dressing room, like a backstage dressing room. You know, you got like the big old like, you know, like light bulbs surrounding the mirrors and shit. Yeah, I was having a
Yeah.
field day.
And did you tell them only brown M&Ms? Only brown M&Ms.
That's right. I specifically requested a certain meal. No. The place was cool.
No rider yet. No
No,
rider
no,
happening
none of
yet.
that
Don't
yet.
worry, you'll get there.
One day.
By the way, do you
Oh,
know why they have these weird things in riders like that?
To make sure that they actually read it and go through everything, because
There
I
we go.
know your Van Halen brown M&Ms thing.
yep, the Van Halen Brown M&Ms.
Oh, I was in Guatemala and I think who was it? Who was playing there? I think was it Aerosmith or somebody? And they wanted the dressing room painted black, and these people really thought that they were not going to play unless they got the hotel to paint the dressing the hotel room black. And they did this in Guatemala. I was like laughing. I was going, no, he didn't want the dressing room painted black. He just wanted you to make sure that you read the writer, you know. So that's it. Okay, so excellent, man. So we're going to see you moving around. It's good, you know. I always say this to the bands. It's good to get out of your city because problem is when you play too much inside one area of town, you know, your crowd's going to be big at the beginning, but then after a while, like, okay, you might be playing at another club one week, but it's still all your friends and family and crowd. You're always going to have grandma. Always going to have Mima and all that stuff for support.
Yep.
You know, they're always going to be there, but you know, the crowd itself or whatever, if they see you too often, then they start, oh man, maybe I'll go next time, or you know. So really getting out there like you're doing is a very smart move. I always say that to the band: spread yourself out, you know, travel outside the state, outside of the province, you know, do exactly what you can. And this is a great way to get out there too, because hey, by the way, we're worldwide, and we have listeners, believe it or not. I'll just give you an example right now. Let's see. Come on, slow computer. There we go. This lady over here is one of our regular listeners, and she's from the Philippines.
Oh, really?
So we have
Awesome.
people listening in all the way from the UK. We got Finland. We got Switzerland. We got Germany, Netherlands, Australia, New Zealand, Indonesia, all over the world or whatever
Awesome.
people are tuning into this. So it's good, you know. If you are interested in booking Grym Sins for any sort of show or festival or whatever, give them the contact info, boys.
All right. So we have two emails. One's a little more professional than the other. If you want to contact us, you can get us at either thegrimsins@gmail.com or contact@thegrimsins.com. We have a website. I'll plug the website. If you want to contact us on there, we have a whole contact form. You can fill out your name, email, what you want. It's just the Grym Sins. That's Grim with a Y, not an I. .com.
Oh, cool. And we got home music shows, about gallery and contact. So yeah, you can simply go to their website at grimsins.com. And of course, Grim is spelt with Grym, as said. And yeah, so if you're looking to book a really great band and cool. And by the way, a guy who has a pair of oh my god, I was about to say something and I blew it. Anyways, who's the guy? Oh yeah, the guy who still owns a pair of Beetlejuice pants on stage, but makes it look damn cool. Let me tell you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. I love
Thank
the
you.
image, man. It's got some rock and roll to that, man. It's all good. You ever see some of the ways I was mentioning a while back when Stevie Ray Vaughan or whatever, when he used to come out and dress up, he never gave a fuck what he wore on stage, type of thing. Had the big feather hat, and but he showed it's not about all that or whatever. It's about this,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And you definitely show that, man. You got a really great voice, by the way. Some people are just born with it. What's nice about you, and I'm going to say this as a compliment, what's nice is that it's a very unique voice, which rarely happens now, because there's a lot of bands that come out and they're indies or whatever bands form and so on, but they sound like Stone Temple Pilots, or they sound like this, or it's everybody sounds like somebody, but I can't pin you down to any one band or whatever. You got a really unique voice and a unique sound, guys, and I honestly think you're going to go somewhere with this.
Thank you.
With this act,
Appreciate
definitely.
that.
I really do.
No problem. And you got the seal of approval from the Blingsters, so it's all good, So, anyways, we're going to end this off now, but I wanted to know if we could ride out with a little song, one more track or whatever. You guys up for it or what? And I'm sure the audience will love it.
I think.
What's this? The last stop. Oh, by the way, we got the answer to your Canadian voyage. Denny Cutright and Crystal Cutright.
Niagara Falls. Yeah.
Niagara Falls. So that's where they found you, in a barrel going over the falls. Oh, look, it's a little baby, and they took you home. There you go. Oh.
That's probably what they'd say too.
Yeah, you probably don't remember it because as a young child, I think it's a little bit freaky to see the power of those falls. Did you now? There's two sides, right? Believe it or not, we boast about the side of Niagara Falls in Canada or whatever, which is pretty big, but the United States side is a little bit. It might not be as powerful, but it's a lot bigger. The west side, eh? That's it. So. There's a borderline right there. It's really funny. You can go to one side, which is the U.S., and one side's Canada.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of history there. Marilyn Monroe filmed a movie there many years back. And
I think I heard it. I think I read about that.
Yeah. It's just not long before she died or whatever. I think it was one of her second to last movies or something like that. So what's this last stop? What the
what's this last
what are you
song?
talking about?
I think that's a venue we used to play whenever we were still a cover band.
Okay. So this place was like your
yes.
This was your go-to place. These guys were like the furniture in the place over there, right?
Oh yeah.
That's cool. Everybody's got their one place.
Yeah, we were super we loved the owner. His name was. He went by Bubba. I don't actually know what his real name was, but he went by Bubba. He was awesome. Awesome.
Well, look at me. I go by the name Bling, which I got stuck with. It's a long story. I've worked in mainstream radio, and they said, "Oh, you need a DJ name," so they called me DJ Bling. It stuck, and that's exactly what happened. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. So I'm stuck with it because I built such a huge career with the name Bling that if I mention my name Phil, they don't know who the hell I am. So that's why I stick with it, man. So it's all good. So you guys are stuck with the Grym Sins. So do it. Get
yeah. This is our last name. We went through like 3 name changes. This is it for us.
Excellent. So what track are we going to ride out to here?
I think personally, we should end it on our first single. we've been playing. I think we should play a fun song.
Fun song.
A fun song. This is my favorite one to play.
A fun lovey-dovey song.
Yeah, I guess so.
This
this
one's going out to Bubba. Because Bubba's been a huge
Bubba.
support of these boys for a long time. And Bubba, we appreciate you, man. Giving the boys a place to grow and become who they are now. And definitely. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, here we go. The Grym Sins here on IndieRockRadio.ca. You're tuned to Indie Scene.
Diva, little prima donna, high class girl with the higher honor. Spotlight, it's your time to shine. No roller red carpet, have a real good time. Number, honey, can I get yours? 'Cause every other guy is just a boy. Chasing, got my head over here. But gotta have it down until she cold, I feel. Miss Sunshine, oh, you're so divine. Miss Sunshine, show me a sign. Poison lips that taste like wine. What can I do to make you mine? Burning a passionate flame, but I gotta ask you, darling, do you feel the same? Miss Sunshine, oh, you're so divine. Miss Sunshine, show me a sign. Miss Sunshine, oh, you're so divine. Miss Sunshine, show me a sign.
And that is the Grym Sins, ladies and gentlemen, the Grym Sins. So tell me, boys, quickly, favorite rock and roll moment.
Favorite rock and roll moment. Oh man.
You go first.
My favorite rock and roll moment. Probably, I don't even know. I'd call this rock and roll. Prince's Super Bowl halftime show.
Hey, man, he was able to hold
I'll
his
also
own.
have to go with Prince's Super Bowl halftime show because it's my favorite. Prince is one of my favorite artists, just in general.
Yeah,
It's the first thing that came to mind.
he was a brilliant musician, man. He was, musical genius or whatever. It doesn't matter what genre, he could hit anything. And he even showed if you check on YouTube, you could see he was playing, I think, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and everybody was like looking at him like, what the fuck where's this guy coming from? But people didn't realize how much he was humbling that how much he truly enjoyed what he was doing, and he was putting his freaking heart into it, where they were just going for the paces. It's like, here we go playing again. But Prince had put his heart into it, but some people had put it on there as upstaging or whatever. I don't think it was upstaging. I think it was just that he truly was showing his love for George Harrison's work and so on. It's music appreciation 101. Anyways, I want to thank you guys very much for coming on to the show here tonight. And of course, you are very much welcome to come back anytime. Want to also thank some of your guests that have popped by over here on the show. All the grandmas, the mamas, the papas, and of course, all the cool people who tuned in to the show here tonight. And stay tuned, because we have got more music on the way. And of course, this part of the show, the visual part, is going to be ending shortly. But for all our Sunday listeners or whatever, we've got more great music. In fact, 2 hours of some great indie acts coming up for you here on indierockradio.ca. And so anything you want to say to all your fans out there tuning in here tonight?
We appreciate you greatly.
Yeah.
Our fans are some of our favorite people. And for anybody new, we are the Grym Sins. EP comes out July 8th.
2 singles out now.
2 singles out now, Miss Sunshine and Turn Me to Stone. And check out our website. You might like what you see. thegrimsins.com.
Any Facebook pages or
Yep.
Yes.
Social media.
Instagram, all that stuff.
Yep.
These guys are all out there, and just look for the Grym Sins, and you'll find these guys everywhere. Instagram, this, that, and so on. Right next to Donald Trump's stuff too, or no? Are you on Donald Trump's app yet, or what? Hey, Donald Trump supposedly has an app now or something. No, you're not on there yet? Okay.
Oh, we should make a page.
I'm telling you. Unbelievable. So once again, thank you very much for joining us here on Indie Scene, and we'll see you boys again soon, and good luck to you. I hope you guys have a wonderful record launch and so on. Keep in touch. Let us know what you're up to and so on. And for our audience, we're going to continue on now with a little bit more music. Stick around.
Thank you.
Thank you very
we
much.
Appreciate
boys.
you having
Take
us.
care. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye. Okay. So there we go, folks. That was, of course, the Grym Sins stopping on by the studio over here. And you can hear this show once again on Sunday from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on our wonderful internet radio station, www.indierockradio.ca, where you can find all the best of independent music, classic rock, and a bunch of other stuff. As you know, we have started playing country on Saturday afternoons with Warren Eastfelt, and it's a wonderful show called Roadhouse. And Warren plays the best of country music, new and old, on Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have got The Vault on Tuesday nights with, of course, Sheldon Eric Freed, and bringing you out some of the coolest stuff in classic rock on a Tuesday night. And you can catch him, I think, from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, Bob Nag on Saturday night. Myself, the other show you can catch, which is Time Well Wasted. Steve Cooper, and amazing interviews he's got going on. You can tune into that each and every weekend on Saturday and Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, The Valley, our biggest show. If you like good Christian music, we are the station for you. You can check it out. And The Valley playing each and every Friday from 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, followed by Women in Rock, hosted by this, of course, Mr. John Blakemore once again. The Valley repeats right after Indie Scene every Sunday night from 9 to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and lots of amazing shows coming up. I just wanted to make one big announcement right now, and I've posted it on Facebook. Something big is coming to Indie Rock Radio. I can't tell you yet, but it's going to be big. So stick around, folks. We are headed to the stars. Anyways, we're going to continue on now. I'm going to play you a little bit more music. Coming up, we have got more great independent music for the next 2 hours. And stick around. Thank you very much to all our live audience here tonight and all your comments and everything. We appreciate you with much love. Thank you very much, and very special thanks to the Grym Sins for sticking by the station here tonight and telling us a little bit about themselves and some great live performance. These guys are going somewhere, so get on with it, man. Check it out. Anyways, right now we're going to continue on with a wonderful band out of Vancouver, Canada, and they are called none other than Celestial Ruin. And here's one of their recent videos and an amazing track called See You Next Tuesday here on IndieRockRadio.ca and, of course, Indie Scene with Bling. Junior will be back at us in just a couple of weeks, folks. He's just taking a little bit of time to himself. He's got some personal stuff he's dealing with, and he will be back on the show sometime soon. So stick around. We got more great music. Here we go. Celestial Ruin for you.
Broadcasting from a little island in Canada called Montreal to the world, IndieRockRadio.ca.